So, chances are you're right in the middle of being reborn as a new version of yourself. Yes, this is the time for it. And it can be very hard. It can be very disheartening to lose all the things you previously relied on for a sense of safety, a sense of stability and security. But at the same time, often those things that provide us with a sense of safety, predictability, certainty, being in charge, being in control, those things limit us at the same time. They restrict us, they confine us to doing it the usual way. They confine us to patterns of repetition. And slowly but surely, over time, we lose touch with the sense of wonder, awe, and adventure that everyone needs and wants in their lives. And so, life, God, the universe, source, has been looking deeply inside your heart and heard your request. The request of starting afresh, of having a new beginning, a new creation, a new adventure, a life that more accurately reflects who you are, the uniqueness you are, the gifts and talents that wish to be expressed, that wish to be supported, fostered, nurtured, so they can bloom and blossom into something that you don't even know what it will be. Nobody knows yet, and that's the excitement. To find out what you're capable of, to find out what treasures still remain hidden within your being, and to not be so sure, so certain about everything, to not know it all beforehand. You know, that is the basic dilemma almost every human being finds him or herself in. On the one hand, we crave certainty, predictability, comfort. On the other hand, we crave newness, adventure, excitement. And between those two, a beautiful dance happens where we continually lose the old, outdated, stale, and predictable to make room for the new, the exciting, the fresh. And you can go overboard on either side. You can live a life that's very safe and comfortable and predictable, but feel kind of numb inside, kind of dead, you know? I think when I like, what comes to mind are people who, you know, have their secure job they can do with ease, you know, the same old, you know. A lot of people just in the same rut, you know, in the same groove all the time, you know, and there can be a reluctance, a resistance to change, because it's scary. Because we've grown used to this crutch of control, of knowing what's up, of knowing who we are. There's no fun in knowing who you are. There's no fun in having it all figured out already. It's fucking boring. It's fucking boring. And the other extreme, on the other side, there's like being ungrounded, having newness all the time, having no sense of stability and comfort. And that's equally unsatisfying. If you're always on the run, always on the flight, never taking the time to rest and allow roots to go deep. And so life is supporting us in finding our unique balance between those two poles of life. Structure and stability, you could call it the masculine, and newness and adventure, creativity, the feminine. And it's all within us. It exists within us. And the more balanced and integrated we are when it comes to those two energy flows, the more the relationships we have in our life, we attract, reflect the balance we have cultivated, or lack thereof. And so, never be afraid to admit that you don't have it all figured out, and start fresh. The universe, source, will always support you in creating a life that fulfills you, that honors your truth, your uniqueness. And it happens by faith. It happens by having faith in the greater picture, in a loving universe, in a loving intelligence that has orchestrated all of this, and that has brought forth each and every one of us, you and me. We came from somewhere, right? And we're going somewhere, or so it seems. That's the beauty of this adventure. And having faith that whatever brought you here will also bring you home. And that there is a meaning, a deep meaning to everything you have experienced. And that it will grow more and more rich over time, according to your faith and trust and openness to learning what it's all about. The greatest joy lies in the growth itself, not in being there, or whatever and wherever there is, but growing, giving yourself fully to the process of life, the process of growth, of discovery. And also being willing to integrate and grow roots. Yes, it's such a beautiful journey. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending time in this sacred space together. I love you very much. That's it for today. And I'll see you in the next one. Much love.